Aha, welcome back. So, yesterday after some complications, not yesterday, 2 days ago, we killed our mommy, and she has been dispatched of. We have unlocked some characters, namely Azazel, Lazarus. Oh, this boy is unlocked by default, and that's interesting. Apollyon, Starts of the Void. That could be interesting. So we still have not... There's a little post-it note there. That's the actual completion progress. We're about to do a check mark on that. The actual mom foot herself doesn't count towards that, silly as it may be. So you know what? Let's try something new here. Bam, Apollyon. New DLC character. I think they're going to add unlock restrictions for him eventually, but until then, might as well enjoy it while I can. And this is quite a rude awakening here. I did unlock Everything is Terrible, I think, from that mom fight, which makes the game somewhat harder. Unlock some new room variants that you can find for yourself. You can revel in the all sorts of fun new enemy arrangements. Very carefully thought out, very fair, very enjoyable. Don't you dare splurt me. Yeah, so I did remember to enable hard mode this time, and there are going to be more champions because of that, these little multicolored duders. I don't really even know what that pill does beyond spawn a spider. I think it turns poops into spiders as well. But pretty much never get a chance to see that in action. Thank you, Spider. Your contribution is not unwelcome. Larry Jr. is certainly easiest when he is in his long snake configuration like this. You don't have to deal with two Larry AIs at the same time. That just doubles the unpredictability. So if we can disintegrate each of his segments individually, while they're still connected to the whole, he'll never get a chance to separate. And it looks like that's working out quite well. And we get Pageant Boy. Now this is interesting, because we have the Void available to us. And what that can do is slurp up passive items for random stat boosts. Alternatively, it can suck up spacebar items to gain their effect permanently. So you can build quite the handsome agglomeration there. There's a curse room there. Could be worth inspecting. One card. We gotta kind of shimmy our way around these spikes here. It's a little bit annoying. Temperance, huh? Incredible. Well, if I had more HP, that would be pretty nice. Not even any complimentary hearts inside the self-sacrifice room. Thank you for not ending me then and there. Oh, and if we do win this run... Okay, Clicker... Does Clicker allow me to be someone that I have not unlocked? That raises an interesting question. We have no items? Let's find out. I am Lazarus, so the guess here is no, it should not allow me. I'm Lazarus 2. I'm Lazarus 2. So I haven't even touched Lazarus yet, but that boy respawns when he dies. You know, biblical figure, and he becomes a more powerful version of himself, which normally only has one heart container, but I managed to keep that heart container that it would normally not have as Lazarus 2. It doesn't change your HP when you become a new character unless they have no HP whatsoever, or can only have soul hearts. There's all sorts of that nonsense. So I'm still trying to decide here. Do we suck it? Or do we take the money? And, I can go with instant gratification, or I can try for an arcade on the next floor by having the 5 cents required. And I think I'm going to go for instant gratification, because I have a temperance card, which is almost as good as an arcade. And it gave me tears and luck, so I am very satisfied. Pretty good decision, all things considered. Because that is what I did, considered all possibilities, and made the smartest decision there. Because I am a smart boy. Okay, please. He bombed himself. He bombed himself! What am I to do? I was trying to make that man aim over here to explode the marked rock. But alas. Strength could be interesting. We don't need temperance just yet. And that is a lot of flies. Hey, why don't you take a tour through the fire, shall we? Perfect. I'll just turn down the volume a bit there. There we go. Peace and quiet. Oh, so this is burning basement now. So that would explain why there's a lot of flaming dudes. It looks like the burning basement is unlocked by default, so that's good to know. It's pretty interesting. Okay, this is probably worth a suck. But on the other hand, I will need it for completion. Lots of dilemmas here. Okay, please avert thine existence. Thank you. Oh, that was a fly champion. He dropped me some friendly flies. Perfect. I had him confused for the blue spawns bullets on death champion, but fortunately that was not the case. Now this is pretty disgusting. I can barely land a hit on this guy because of all his flies. These bright white flies, they're called eternal flies, and you cannot touch them. You just can't. They serve only as shields. Ooh, okay, we get another suck charge after we use this one. Ooh, eye globs. These guys are pretty risky. They shoot 8 directional bullets. Can be a tad annoying. But they're never in any kind of configuration that makes them a true threat to deal with. And for that I am thankful. So goodbye, my reflection. See you next time. What that does heavily increases your shot speed. So your tears will blast out of your face at the maximum possible speed. But they ricochet back towards you. So it can just be kind of annoying. I did get shot speed out of it through just sucking. And, I don't know. I'll suck whatever I can in hopes of damage, so there we have it. The Void really adds a whole new unique layer of strategy to the game. I really like that. It's a different way to play. Okay, we're gonna migrate all the way back here in hopes of blasting that tinted rock, marked rock, however you'd like to call it, and getting some soul hearts. Because we are in a desperate need. And we might kill 2 birds with one stone. Get 2 birds stoned at once, or get none. We will probably go to the shop and buy a bomb there. What do you think of that? And there was no bomb. Right, okay. There's a Joker card. Interesting concept, that. I do like how these Diamondback playing cards are almost always Joker, because I have not unlocked any of the other playing cards. So basically it's always going to be a Joker. It's sometimes having a naked save file can be more beneficial than you'd expect. But yeah, it's the little details. The Joker has the Diamondback playing card texture, because it is from a straight-up deck of cards, while the tarot cards have the unique tarot card texture. So you can tell them apart at a glance. And Monstro, you are almost deceased. Submit without a fight. Almost there. Perfect. Speedball. Might be worth something. And looks like we are going to do angel rooms. There is a dead cat here. Should I take it? Well, we may not have the option anymore. Interesting. Maybe it'll remain? Absolutely not. So I'm gonna suck this. We got damage. I'm a happy camper. Now, dead cat there gives you 9 lives, but there's a caveat. 9 lives is unique. It's one of the few ways that you can respawn outside of Lazarus's natural immunity. Oh, hello, Eve. How did I unlock you? Well, regardless. The caveat with the 9 lives is it brings you down to 1 heart container. So it would have killed my extra heart container. And, while there is no HP contained in it, so it would not immediately make me less safe, it would also prevent me from becoming ever more safe again. So it's a bit tricky there. You gotta have to decide for yourself. You gotta have to. You must got to. I'd love to touch those, but I do not have a single bomb to bridge the gap. You can use bombs. Let's get back here. Demonstrate this. See these rocks? You can blast them over. You can bridge the gap without needing a ladder or any sort of flight. So that's pretty nice. Just an extra little way to cross some bridges, should the game allow you to. Oh, there's the boner. Goodbye, sir. And to you as well. Excellent. Look, we've gotten a bomb. But we don't have 2 bombs. Puts us in quite the pickle, doesn't it? Alright, if you boys could back off. Back off. I don't appreciate your close quarters. There we go. Gotta love dead-end rooms. No benefit. Nothing to be found. Alright. I should try to get someone to explode this tinted rock. That would be the goal here. We can take our time. We're in no rush. You guys kind of walled yourselves off there, didn't you? That's fine. There we go. Oh, I missed my chance. Now's your chance! Come on, buddy. You gonna charge me? Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little, richer. So I could just use my bomb here, but on the other hand, there we go. It did not even give us any insulation. Unfortunate, but now we can access this. And crack that open. Oh, it's perfect. Goathead guarantees the deal to open after every boss fight, up to a point. Bo would not want to have squandered that beautiful Goathead by dying. Certainly feeling a little ache for 9 lives right here. By the way, these globins, as you can see, they regenerate. But the pile of goo looks a little innocent, right? But touching that will deal you an entire heart of damage. Holy water. Goodbye. It's not a good item. If someone hits you while you have the holy water, it slops onto the ground in a puddle of goo. So, it is only now that I realize that Apollyon is not the best character to be doing walkthroughs with. Because instead of demonstrating the items, you just have to tell. And, as is well known, you should be showing, not telling. That's presentation 101. Listen up, guys. You're making me nervous. You guys can deal an entire heart of damage to me, and that, quite frankly, puts me in a bit of a claustrophobic spot. You catch my drift? Now that's a lot more comfortable. Perfect. There is a battery, should we come back and need it. Surprisingly small amount of drowned chargers, considering we're in the flooded caves. And goodbye, thank you for the key. Whoa, 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 whoa! This game is out to get me. I'd really love that, that soul heart. You know? Appreciate that greatly. I don't remember there being this many bomb flies, but, well, that is what the game is like before you've unlocked some difficult rooms. Ironically, it's more difficult. None of them reveals the second secret room. I had to do that myself. So if I get hit once, I will not lose my deal chance, because I have the Goathead. But it would still be pretty silly and I'd be near death. Unfortunately, there is a heart right there at my convenience. So I'm fully rejuvenated. fully refreshed. Let's pop this, shall we? Crack open a cold one with the boys. Perfect. Get in here. Don't touch the spikes, thank you. We will purchase this with eagerness and haste. We will... Should we buy a bomb? I don't know. We will take this. And have a gander at the secret room, which is probably in the bottom middle here. Looks perfectly valid to me. Excellent. Skeleton key! Oh, man. That is very, very good. We have plenty of things to use our keys on. Something like Guppy's tail would be nice. That increases the drop rate of golden chests. Let me pop these nubs real quick. Old Gertie here, as we know and love, she just shoots the bullets out, mostly in the cardinal directions. And the tell is, of course, her face retracting into the mass of flesh. But besides from that, she spawns these flies as well. And yes, she's canonically female. Doesn't really make much of a difference, all things considered, but might as well freaking use the correct pronouns, I suppose. And there is a Mama Gertie, so that one is self-titled Mama. A bigger Gertie variant, only found in the soon-to-be-discovered womb floors. Nope! You almost got me there. I was getting a little complacent. You gonna put me in my place? Alright, we got our angel room. We have HP there. Oh, holy mantle. He is a golden god. Okay, suck that. Shot speed and range. Well, could be worse. Take our battery charge from all the way back here. And be on our merry way. Slowly but surely. Our damage stats, well, our DPS in general, could stand to be better. But overall, Lazarus with the Void is a pretty good advantage for this point of the game. You can get a nice Lazarus completion mark. So there's our angel room. Been there, done that. Now the interesting thing with angel rooms... Oh, hello, Samson. Interesting unlocks here. I don't know what their criteria are, but I'm unlocking them. So the thing with angel rooms, as I was saying, 50% chance on the bottom, as you can see. Which means we can never guarantee ourselves angel rooms. It's always going to be a gamble, and there will eventually be, I mean, unless you're extremely lucky, there will be a devil deal that could tempt you again. So we're hoping that's not going to happen, because angel rooms are pretty good. They're on equal footing, I'd say. I mean, we just got Holy Mantle. Pretty much the best defensive item in the entire game. And I did not even explain what Holy Mantle does. And no one would know by watching this footage, because I've not gotten any damage yet. But what it does... I was going to take an example there. Alright, let's go to this curse room and show it off in situ. Pop! No damage. That's right. Once per room, you are fully annulled of any damage. You can just flail yourself around, and you get the free... You get the free invincibility frames as if you had taken damage. It's splendid. It's, like I said, the best defensive item in the entire game. And we'll get to more on that later in this series. There's a character that relies solely upon this. Alright, this room is entertaining, you could say. Fun. That's one way to put it. Gripping. Chilling. Bad to the bone. How do these guys... Do they have endoskeletons? Because they look like they're wearing skulls, but they're just flesh. They have teeth, as you can see, so that implies there's an endoskeleton. There's a real skull beneath that fleshy one. Really makes you think. Oh, there's the purple, or the black meconium poops. And what those do is just confuse all the enemies in the room and deal a small amount of damage. Aquarius leaves a trail of creep, gets sucked. And the creep, of course, will damage enemies that tread upon it. But we are not in need of that. We're trying oh so slowly to gain momentum here. Get some damage. We got 1 damage upgrade, and for that I'm thankful. But it's not really enough. And Hive Mind is something tasty. Ooh, blue map. Nice. That's our 10-cent unlock, and it's gone. Hierophant. Good grab. Boop. Easiest challenge room of them all. And let's see what we have in our boss zone. Actually, secret room. Yes, this room has an avenue, and so did the one to the right. Took a gamble and won. Even gained some bombs out of that. Almost dispatched with this immediate fly swarm threat. You will be melted. Excellent. More soul hearts. We are racking them up here. Okay, that was pretty poor. Just myself being negligent. Apologies for the burp. I'm drinking some refreshing ginger ale. Yeah, for once I'm drinking soda instead of water here. Almost done with the bottle. Perfect, we have 5 charges on our item. And once we clear this room, we will gain our 6th. We will be ready to suck anything at our disposal. Now that was just very, 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 very poor. And apparently Chubb deals an entire heart of damage, so that's fun. Now, suppose you lose the Holy Mantle and you absolutely do not want to take damage. What you can do is... I have a teleport card, you see? The stars brings you to an item room, which is located kind of in the middle there. That big old crown. And upon teleporting, you will lose... Well, you will lose your progress in the room, of course. Boss will have its HP back. I'm trying to explain here. Could you stop damaging me, Chubb? Like, please. And this really shows how hurting we are for damage. But anyways, you lose the progress in the room, but you also regain your Holy Mantle. So, and here we are with another dead cat. And a little freaking cheeky angel here. What do you think you're doing? So, I may just end up taking these deals because kind of irresistible at this point. Too good to pass up. We will take the mark. There goes our angel precedent, any chance of that happening. We'll take Dead Cat, which will give us our 1 heart container. Now that's where it's the most beneficial. And as you can see, Holy Mantle does not interfere with Blood Bank progress, which is very tasty. And this Cracker Jacks gives you a prize in the form of a trinket, which I will probably take. And it was not worthwhile, but something to consider. Yes, as you can see from the top of the screen, there are 2 additional floors in the progress-o-meter. And those will indeed bring us to the womb zone, which we should be able to experience firsthand. We're at no risk of dying, but this is a very, very tedious run. 7 damage, 8 rate of fire. Good on paper, mediocre in practice. Wishbone. Now I could use a Blood Bank here, but I already squandered the Temperance card in favor of the stars. So that's not really anything that's going to happen just yet. And with Holy Mantle, I don't intend to take damage. The Wishbone will only crack if you take damage. And when it does crack, it leaves you a little surprise in the form of an item. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to gyp this room. Goodbye. Anarchist's Cookbook. Pretty useless. It literally summons bombs, as it says on the tin. They're troll bombs. They're, they have the appearance of troll bombs, so they don't actually... They're not homing troll bombs, so they won't home after you, at the very least. But yeah, they spawn randomly. It's not a very good situation to be in. Especially if you want to do that in a narrow room. Good luck dodging any of that. Okay, well there goes any hope for Dark Boy, Spelunker Boy, Depth Boy. I should not be taking damage, but then again, this run isn't really strong, so... Holy Mantle alone is not enough to carry this run. These boys, they can be some pretty tricky enemies in the wrong setup. Fortunately, there was no annoying setup there. If someone could be deceased as soon as possible, I would appreciate that. Yeah, I'm playing real sloppy, because I'm angry. I don't consider myself a very angry man, but here we are. This game brings out the worst in me. It's just... oh, it was so boring. Where are the synergies? Where are the fun items? I'll take Ludovico Technique. I'll take anything. I'll take Mysterious Liquid. I'll take the Parasite, which I have not unlocked yet. Yeah, all sorts of things. Anything, please. Looks like a lot of tier effect related items are locked behind progress. We'll see what kind of thing we can unlock with old buddy Lazarus here. Greed, huh? If he drops a Steam sale, I can suck that up. That is a passive item that makes items become on sale in the shops. He did not. He did not give me the chance. Oh hey, Kane. Took long enough. 55 cents. Depths one. We will get a chance to donate all of this bounty. Now where could the boss be? Down there? No. That room is certainly a dead end on the left. Oh, thanks for the nickel. And no, I cannot donate. Dang it. I jammed the machine. Would you look at that? So we have all this money and nothing to do with it. That's a classic setup there. Yeah, very unfortunate. So we are just going to bring this money with us to the grave. Hopefully not to the grave. But down to the womb at the very least. We'll take Wiggle Worm, sure. Join the party, dude. Makes our tiers move around a little bit. Not in a detrimental fashion. Do your tears swing wild? Can you swing them? That doesn't rhyme. That does not rhyme. Alright, Monstro. There you go. Yeah, Monstro 2. It's a sort of upgraded Monstro. I mean, a lot of enemies, there's a theme in this game. Of a regular boss being a certain fleshy abomination. And it has an improved version, which is an undead version of the aforementioned fleshy abomination. So it becomes even more hilarious looking to some, or gross to most. But yeah. Old Monstro here is one fine example of that. Shoots his brimstone lasers. God, this damage. Very, very pad. Yep. Lazarus is pad. Wow, sick pad, Monstro. Love your room. Love what you've done to the place. I like the gold hoard you got here. You know a boss fight is taking quite some time when you get to this part of the song. Alright, more devil deals, because I have the goat head. Ooh! Guppy's collar. Noticing a theme with these Guppy items, yes. We are at 2 Guppy items. Chances for more within. I will take this. I will take the HP. Rotten Baby is going to be helpful as well. I sure wish I had taken Hive Mind. Didn't expect to actually be having some source of flies, you know? Really should have taken Hive Mind. Maybe it'll show up again. Maybe it'll be merciful. I'm sorry, Hive Mind. Do you have it in your little mind to make it up to me? Oh, we're in the dank depths, aren't we? Fascinating. Let's take a look at our items, shall we? We have Goat Head, Skeleton Key, Holy Mantle, the Mark, Dead Cat, Cracker Jacks, Head of the Keeper. Yeah, some other things that were more recent. Oh, man. Quite a dearth here. Mostly because I've been sucking up things. But what else would we have alongside if we hadn't been sucking? Holy water, for one. I just dashed across those spikes. I don't have time for that. Chariot. Interesting proposition. I have had no use for these keys. Sad as that may be. Thank you, Rotten Baby. Your contributions do not go unnoticed. Here's some key usage. Trade 2 of them for some bombs. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, you little infants. Ooh, this is not an infant room. This has these big old vizzes here. You just gotta goad them, let them release their brimstone. That's when they're most vulnerable. Alright, item room. There it is. Rotten Baby, send your flies thenceforth. 2 flies and they're dead. Very good. Bob's rotten head. Ooh, there's our parasite. I wonder what the unlock condition is for that. Huh. Speak of the devil. Maybe we'll find him later in the run, huh? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Just kidding, there's no more item rooms, so good luck. If I could stop running directly into Chubb, that would be A+. Yeah, this is a double Chubb room, one of the more formidable rooms in the depths. As I had explained in the previous video, as you progress in the game, the rooms become more menacing, and that includes having some low-level bosses as standard enemies. Now this room does sort of give you an arena to fight them in. Not the most fun one, but does take into consideration your need for space. Some rooms aren't as kind as that. I have Holy Mantle, you can't touch this. Now I could suck Bob's rotten head, but on the other hand, why? All it will do is throw a bomb at the wall. Because the Void... See, there is a problem with the Void. Sucking a spacebar item seems like a fun concept, right? You can get a pretty overpowered combination. Most especially with fellow 6-room charge items. Hello, buddy in a box. That is a completely random familiar. It's pretty cute. I like it. Changes each floor. But yeah, what was I saying? About the Void. Most items have fewer than 6 charges, such as Bob's rotten head there. And the Void makes it really difficult to use those with the same frequency that you would normally like to. They become basically an afterthought. You're better off just leaving them behind than even trying to suck them in the first place. Alright, so here's our old friend Mom, once again. Round 2. We're coming for you, Mom. Slowly but surely chipping away at your monstrous HP. Soon, we will be... well, we're halfway there. Yep, just about. More money. Good stuff. Oh! This has not been discussed, but if you get too close to the portals... if you get too close to her portals there, she can spawn a hand that will reach out and grab you. I don't want to demonstrate, but you'll find it yourself, perhaps. Okay, Guppy's paw. Noticing a trend with the Guppy items here. So should we take this? We find ourselves becoming Guppy. Oh man, challenge number 8, can't cut your tongue. And what this does, gives us permanent flight. Gives us an ability that every tier that touches an enemy, it will spawn a fly. It's exceedingly good. We'll take this too. Normally would kill us, but it gives us hearts and payback. That's the kind of freaking deal you're gonna have to manage with Satan. And we gained tears from Guppy's paw somehow. Don't know how that happened. Really would have loved to suck that as well. So now that we've sucked Guppy's paw, whenever we have an HP, a red heart of any sort, and we use our void, we will use the Guppy paw effect to turn that red heart into 3 soul hearts. It's a nice trade. Seems pointless at first, but when you consider how valuable soul hearts are in comparison to red hearts, mostly in the fact that they will allow you to secure a devil deal, it's a very good value add. And it does give you 3 immediate hearts compared to 1. Red HP is better in that you can refill it with the red hearts, which are much more common, but 3 raw hits of HP is a hard bargain to turn down. And I say 3 now, because we have made it to the womb, and the game ramps up in difficulty here. Now how so, you might ask? Everything that touches you, anything that touches you, will deal an entire heart of damage. So you thought you might have had a self-sufficient HP system. Perhaps whenever you got hit, you dropped money with a piggy bank, and then whenever you pick up money, you've got some hearts by proxy of a bloody penny trinket. Well, that won't sustain you at this point in the game anymore. Now there's an item that counter affects that, but we have not unlocked it yet. So we'll get to that eventually. Another valuable defensive item that shows up mostly in angel rooms. By the name of the wafer. So hopefully we'll find that sometime. I think it's unlockable. Otherwise we'll find it even sooner. Now it looks like my Holy Mantle is not rendering, but fear not, because Flight, for some reason, stops it from visually showing up, but it's still there. The white aura is present. It is definitely harder to notice, though, than the actual visual shield. But its effect is still there, so just have faith. Anyways, yeah, Guppy is quite strong, because every fly that you spawn, by means of touching an enemy with your tears, deals double your tear damage. So, you are basically tripling your DPS. That's right, tripling. You spawn 1 fly for each contact of a tear, and that fly does double your damage. It's effectively 3x damage. Now, you might say, those flies aren't gonna reach out and touch the enemy. And you're sort of right, but the flies have very good AI. They will seek out whatever they've been assigned to seek out. So usually with Guppy, I mean it's not directly assigned, but they kind of remember what you're shooting at. So if you spawn a fly from one of those things, one of those gurglings, it will head mostly towards that gurgling. Pretty good stuff all around. Now the other type of arthropod that you can get by your side is a spider, and they deal a bit more damage than flies. They deal 2.5x damage. But sadly, this is perfect. So we can kind of con these guys. Come on now. Okay, none of them fell for it. They took my invisible HP, but none of them paid out. Oh, so sadly. Anyways, yeah, thanks to Holy Mantle, I can touch these radioactive red poops at no concern to my health. Hey, there's the left hand. What this does now, replaces all chests you encounter with red chests. The kind of chests that you find in curse rooms, devil rooms. Red chests typically have Guppy items inside, and as we can all see right here, Guppy is a darn good thing to strive for. So if you're willing to sacrifice the items that you can find in golden chests, then it's probably a good choice, especially if you already have found a Guppy item through a devil deal. Was that a secret room chance? No, there was a Dinga there. I know this to be true. Can't be there either. Not really worth looking that much, I'll say. Now it could be in this corner here. It was not. More range. Infested question mark. Don't know what the difference is between regular and infested. Alright, we are almost done with the Womb 1. Like all the other floors, there are 2 of them per chapter of the game, as is referred to. So we're about to finish the first portion here, without taking a single hit of damage. That will earn us Mama's Boy if we keep it up for the next floor. Okay, this is an unknown item. Might be worth sucking. This I can't even partake in without dying, and I do have 9 lives, so it might be fun. Could be an interesting choice. Let's do it. I have Goat Head, so I will not be stranded outside the Devil Room, should he close the door on us. And he did not. So it's perfect. Box of stuff. That would have been sucked. But it earned us Cancer, which is a very, very palatable tears up. 2 of Clubs. Doubles my bombs. Good value add, I'd say. We can suck Book of Belial. Wait. Nope, it just gave us damage there. Okay. I thought that it gave us passive damage increase, as if it had sucked a normal non-spacebar active item. But I was misled. I was fooled and bamboozled. It will give us the Book of Belial effect whenever we use Void. Very nice. And we also have the Devil card, which does not stack. Devil card is another way to access the Book of Belial. And as I just said, does not stack with the normal Book of Belial. It will not push your damage to limits beyond the realm of mankind. Ooh, but what I did do was turn that red heart into some soul hearts. Thank you, Void. I totally forgot that I had sucked Guppy's paw. So now we have 4 hearts at our disposal. We are going to clear this floor without taking damage. Thank you, Guppy. You're going to clear perhaps even the next floor. What's that you say? Next floor? But you're on Womb 2. Yes, well, there are some secrets to this game that you might not find out until later. But we have had some opportunities bestowed upon us that are not too common just yet at this point in the game. There will be a sort of secret after we clear Mom's appendage, Mom's vaguely alluded to final form. Don't want to be too blunt about it. Okay, we are in the correct direction. Hey, we have all soul hearts, and you know what that means. You might not know what that means, but what it does mean is that we can administer ourselves into this boss trap room. Normally, you need 1 red heart or less. We have less. So, we're allowed in. We have the golden ticket. The invisible bouncer has allowed us to pass. Look at this. The power of Guppy is simply amazing. Simply amazing. I was going to say surely, but I retrofitted my phrasing to say simply, where I was trying to say simply. I love how I look right now. I don't want to change that. It will bomb the vanity and achieve an unknown pill. Okay, not the best pill. But we know where our boss is. It's in the bottom left, in the vicinity of that. Range down. Is it even a question? Hanged Man? What that does is it allows you to fly for 1 room of usage, sort of like the Bible, but without the added benefits. We may find those benefits at some point. You know, I might as well say it now. You know how in the cutscene after you defeat Mom for the first time, God intervened and drops the Bible upon her head? Well, it's a little bit of an Easter egg. If you use the Bible on Mom, she will die instantly. And the same goes for Mom's heart. Yep. Name drop. Mom's heart is what awaits us at the end of this floor. Are you ready for this? I am. I'm Guppy. I'm ready for anything. Bombs are key. I ain't afraid of nothing. He doesn't afraid of anything. I will turn all my keys into bombs. Without a doubt. Bombs are more immediately useful. 2 of hearts. Useless. Doubles your current red hearts. Not your red heart containers, just your red hearts. There are plenty of ways to fully heal yourself, so it seems quite silly. So this is Mom's heart. Our DPS is pretty ridiculous, so we're not going to see a lot of the fight. We did get damaged by Holy Mantles, so I would not want to lose that. And she leaves out a tricky array of bullets when she does die. So, you can end the game here, or you can descend another floor further. Let's try that, shall we? Very ominous. Gives you a little bit of a chill the first time you find it. Begotten Baby and Eden. And Mama's Boy, there it is. Eden is unlocked when you beat Mom's heart for the first time. So that's pretty nifty. That character has all random stats. So, yeah, a lot of people take it upon themselves to streak runs as Eden for fun. People get in the hundreds of consecutive victories as Eden. And victories mean shoal or bust. So they don't stop at Mom's heart, they go all the way. They can go further. There's even more secrets. There's plenty of secrets in this game. We're already kind of breaking progression by doing this. You can descend to shoal by earning a devil deal on Mom's heart. But normally that is a sort of chance. Chance encounter. But we had the goat head, so it was guaranteed. Simple as that. Now these boys, as you can see by the rooms that I've been clearing here, shoal is pretty nefarious. There's some never-before-seen sprites and enemies. There's even more bosses that you have to fight as standard enemies. There's these invisible phasing dudes that you might have seen earlier. And, yeah. All sorts of traps and tricks. Kind of negated by me having flight, so I'm thankful for that. Bye, Chub. See you next time. And Loki. Down the drain. Telepills. Okay. We're teleported over here. Now, telepills have a little bit of strategy to them. Normally, it'll put you anywhere random in the map. That's a funny room. Those guys are supposed to shoot brimstone, but I just circumvented every challenge that they could have had to offer by flying over the spikes. What was I going to say? Telepills, that's right. The telepills have a chance to bring you to a very, very special room. 1 in 40 chance, that is. Here's our Steam Seal that I was talking about earlier. Bye. We got damage. Yes, we got damage. Both through Book of Belial and through the Void, giving us permanent damage. I need to stop forgetting my train of thought. This is nuts. This is just nuts. So, the ultra secret room that I was talking about. You know how there's a secret room, second secret room? This one, you can't even access it by the map. You have to be teleported into it, and it's extremely rare. And, what it is, well, it's again the reference to Zelda 2 with the I Am Error Man inside. Has a sort of glitchy appearance. And there's all sorts of random goodies inside, from chests to consumables to straight up item pedestals, shop items, or you could just be totally trolled and have to fight a bunch of bosses. That's no fun for the whole family. Oop, took damage. Watch out. I don't want to take damage on shoal, you know? I do believe there's an achievement for not taking damage through shoal. Dark Boy, probably? Anyways, I think the time is nigh. So the error room, not only does it give you those items, but there's no escape from it. Because there's no access to it, normally. Unless you have another way to teleport out, which you probably don't, because you might have used the telepills to get in there. You're stranded. There's no escape. There is a trap door on the floor, which can bring you further in the game. So you could go beyond shoal. Oh, there goes damage. That's too bad. Maybe next time. We're in no hurry to get whatever the achievement would have been. We have plenty of opportunities to beat this without taking damage. So, that will be the end of the line for us. Let's check out this ending. Cain, Maggie, Judas. We haven't unlocked him yet, I don't believe. Isaac. Bye, Isaac. See you next time. and I will see you next time. But not before I say my closing remarks. There's Judas. So we've unlocked Judas. We have completed a piece of something enigmatic, but we still have to kill Mom's Heart a few times before we can get truly cranking with respect to that. So, I suppose, it was quite the fun run. Once we got going, once we got Guppy, that is. Guppy will carry you. Yeah, we'll keep working at this 2 days from now, and we'll see you then. And, yeah, until next time.